Hello everyone, Stacy here with Time to Teach. Welcome back to my channel. So today I will be doing the teacher tag for you that was created by Genuine Teaching and Apples and Tiaras. So I thought this would be a good opportunity for you to learn about me since I just started my channel. So I have the questions over here on my PC. So if I'm looking over there, that's why. So let's go ahead and get started. So here we go. So the first question is, how long have you been teaching? So this coming up year will be my 11th year of teaching. What grades have you taught and your background? So I have taught grades 1st through 5th. I also taught 1 year, I do summer school a lot. This year I decided not to. 1 year during summer school I taught 5th graders that were going into 6th graders. I've also taught students that were autistic that were moving into 1st grade, so they were kindergartners. I've taught them. So 1st through 5th. I have never actually taught kindergarten. I don't think that'll be a grade I will ever teach. However, I love 1st grade, but thank God for kindergarten teachers because they do amazing things. So thank you for all your hard work. And I've also taught college. I've taught an online course, gosh, that was about 5 years ago or more, with Kaplan University for students that were becoming online students. And I have a lot of history of that because I've got my doctorate online, but we'll talk about that in a few minutes. So number 2, what grade do you teach? I currently teach 1st grade, and this will be my 2nd year at the school that I'm currently at in Washington State. I've lived here for 3 years this month, so this will be my 2nd year at this school. It's a Title I school, and it's in a neighborhood that is very high poverty. I actually live in the surrounding area, and my own children attend the schools in the same school district that I teach in. So I've taught at a variety of Title I schools. I don't know, I've had a lot of experience in both Title I schools where the parents were, I guess middle class, and then parents are low income. So I've seen it all, I've done it all, and each experience has made me a better teacher. I am so thankful for every experience I've had at Title I schools that I've taught at, because it's just made me better. So what grade do you teach? Where do you teach, state and city? So I currently teach at an elementary school. It goes up to 5th grade. So our schools in Washington State are K-5, and then they move on to middle school 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then of course high school 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. So like I said, I teach in Washington State, which I love. And let's see, I should put on my glasses. Okay. So number 4, what's your school mascot? So our mascot is Jenny the Jaguar. So we're the Jaguars. And let's see, number 5, how many students are in your class? So last year I started with 26 and I ended with 22. We have a lot of students that move. We do have foster students that unfortunately, go from home to home. It's very sad. So we do have a lot of people moving around in the neighborhoods, and rent is very high in Washington. Personally, it's high for me personally. So, people do move often, and children are going from school to school within the district. So, like I said, I ended the year with 22 students. I had started with 26, and we do have a cap of 28. So I'm originally from Arizona, so born and raised, and when I was teaching there, I had 29 students on a regular basis in 1st grade with no aid, no nothing. So there really wasn't a cap there. They just keep bringing them in, unfortunately. So the teacher to student ratio is pretty high in Arizona, where I'm from. So I ended up with 22 students, like I said. So number 6, what's your ideal class size? I don't know. I mean, there's just ways to work around no matter how many students you have in your class, and working with flexible grouping, doing small group instruction, your direct instruction. I've had anywhere from 20 to 30 students. My first year teaching, right after I got out of college, I had 30 third graders, and about 80% of them didn't speak English. So I think you just have to work with what you're given. I mean, those kids are your purpose, so you just have to do the best that you can. But I guess an ideal classroom would be about 20 kids, so you could have your groups even, and have that time to work more often one-on-one, because I feel like we miss out on that a lot, and that's really important to build those relationships. So, of course, lower class size I think would help us be more effective, but I mean, I've been a teacher for almost 11 years and I've never had low class size, so you kind of just have to work with what you have and do the best that you can do. So, let's see. What's your favorite drink from Starbucks? Ooh, I love this question. So, I guess my favorite drink would be a venti iced hazelnut latte with soy milk, because I am a vegan. So I love anything hazelnut, cinnamon. Those are like my favorite flavors. Toffee nuts, really good. I used to get caramel macchiatos a lot, but caramel has like a dairy ingredient in it, so I can't really get that anymore. I have been getting tea lately. So I'm currently trying to lose weight, so sometimes when I go in, I do get a tea, and it's just kind of refreshing right now because it's a little warmer. So, but I do love Starbucks, and living in Washington, where the original Starbucks is, there is literally coffee on every corner. Not only Starbucks, but we have little coffee trucks like all over our neighborhood. So, coffee is available 24/7. The Starbucks here are open 24/7. So, I do love me some Starbucks. So what's your favorite online resource? Lately it's been YouTube. I mean, the teachers on here on YouTube are just fantastic, and I've learned so much from them. It's just wonderful. I wish I had teachers that I could learn from when I was going to ASU, when I was in college and getting my bachelor's. And but yeah, YouTube is great. Of course, Teachers Pay Teachers is a lifesaver. I absolutely love Teachers Pay Teachers. I use Go Noodle a lot in the classroom to get the kids up and moving, of course. So I like ReadWorks a lot. ReadWorks is great. Coolmath.com is a great website for the kids to go on. Let's see, but I would say I use Teachers Pay Teachers a lot. Support other teachers. That's awesome. Let's see, describe your perfect classroom. I don't know. That's kind of a hard question for me to answer. I'd really have to think about that, because I don't know what is a perfect classroom. Not to get to, I guess I would really have to think about that, because I don't really know what a perfect classroom is. I hope that's not bad of me to say, but I don't know, because every year is a new year, and you just build those relationships with those kids and just make it the best that you can, and just always remember that they're your purpose, and just do what you're there to do. And I don't know, that's kind of a hard question for me to answer, so maybe I'll get back to that one. Number 10, what's your favorite part about teaching? Oh, definitely, I've probably said it a couple times in all these answers, is just the relationships that you build with kids, and knowing that you're having like an impact on their life. And the neighborhood that I work in, like I said, I am at a Title I school, very high poverty. Like I said, a lot of kids are going through the foster care system, and yeah, a lot of trauma within my school. And but definitely just the best part of teaching is just having those relationships with your students. I started teaching in 2005, so I have students that I taught that, were in fourth grade or first grade, years and years ago, and they're graduated now, and I still talk to their parents on Facebook, and they say they still remember me, and it's just like, they still talk about me, and it's just like, oh, it just touches my heart. It's such a blessing. And just driving through the neighborhood the other day, I was going to one of the neighborhood stores, and I had my window down and I was turning left, and these two boys are driving by on the sidewalk on their bikes, and they're all, "Hi, Miss Amston." So, I mean, you can't get that in any other job that you work at. So it's just, having those relationships and having an impact on their life and being that positive role model for them. I mean, it's a blessing. It really is. Number 11, what's your least favorite part about teaching? I think the thing that has bothered me most throughout the years is teaching is really not looked at as a profession. It's not looked at, I personally feel that I'm not looked at as a professional. And that really hurts my heart because I've gone to school for a long time. I got my bachelor's in early childhood education. I got my master's in curriculum instruction. And then I also I did 4 years of doctoral work in elementary leadership with an emphasis in technology, and still have to finish my dissertation, but that's a whole other video. But, and I constantly research, I constantly read. I love going to professional development. So I'm always, increasing just my knowledge and growing and learning, and I just want to constantly become better and keep up with all the new technology and everything new to teaching to make sure that I'm helping my kids be successful. And I don't know, I feel like I'm just not treated with as much respect as like a doctor or a lawyer or, a business person would be. And I don't know, that's hard for me. So I would say that that's probably my least favorite part. So hopefully that'll change someday. And number 12, what advice would you give a beginning teacher or someone who wants to become a teacher? So a beginning teacher is definitely ask for help. I remember I had just graduated from ASU, and I got hired at the school that I was doing my internship at. And I graduated, and in December they hired me. So I took over after Christmas break for a long-term sub. And unfortunately, the teacher that was in that room, she had cancer, and she had been a teacher for like 30 years at that same school in the same room. So her classroom she literally just donated everything she had. So over that Christmas break, of course, I cleaned out the entire room. And I remember my best friend helped me with some stuff, but I didn't ask enough people for help. And I was alone, I mean, the principal hired me, he gave me the key, and that was it. And it's just like, I felt kind of alone, and I just really should have reached out to more people. So if you're a beginning teacher, it's such a blessing that you have these YouTube videos that you can watch and get help, and email the teachers that are on the videos, and all the online resources, the blogs, Instagram, Facebook. There's so many people out there that you can reach out to, and I personally like to control everything. I think that's just kind of a teacher characteristic. But I just, I have to let myself, not think it's bad that I need help. So just ask for help. If you're a beginning teacher, go talk to those veteran teachers. Go talk to your teammates and say, hey, I need help with this, or what do you recommend, or can you please give me a book that I can read and research, or just reach out to people and your family, your friends, and have them come in and help you decorate your classroom. And just don't try to take everything on all by yourself. And I did that a lot, but now I'm getting better at asking for help because, people are nice. They'll help you. So ask for help. So for the beginning teachers, and then someone who wants to become a teacher, I think the best advice would be, go to a classroom. Before I actually even was an intern, at the very beginning of my teacher, preparation program at ASU, we had to go into preschools that were actually on campus at ASU West. So if you're in Arizona, you're familiar with this, but that was a long time ago. But we had to actually go in the preschool as like a class. It was like a class for us. So we went in there an hour a day. So I really enjoyed working with those little kids. So I knew that it was for me. So if you have the opportunity, just go and volunteer in a classroom, and maybe stay with the same teacher for a week and be there before school and after school and see what she or he does, and all the time and effort that goes into teaching, and just kind of, if you can even attend their meetings with them and just see what they have to do outside of teaching and outside of the classroom. Try to just get the big picture of everything. So that would be my advice. So and that's it. So I hope you got to know me a little better. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Make sure you subscribe, and I will be working on my classroom management series. So I'm really excited to share that with you, and I will see you next time on Time to Teach. Bye, everyone.